Okay.
On this next section, can I make a suggestion? Let's go over VC and then number 5 and then come back to what we're going to do today.
Okay. Sandpoint Circle, old business. I have seen the sprinkler system in action. We did this to satisfy that there actually was a sprinkler, and it was not put in when they built the house. 3 months later, it was put in.
So it's done.
It's done. And then vehicle signs, I got from the city what the definitions of what a vehicle sign is. The vehicle signs that we have, such as Jason has on his truck and the Avon lady has on hers, that is permitted. The signage referred to in our covenants has to do with signs that goes back to when the place was being developed, if I'm right, and that anybody, because there had been upset at some point before my time about even like the ADP signs, a previous board, there was objection to it, a previous board approved those kind of signs.
Security system signs.
Security system
signs.
security system signs.
You mean like ADPM or something?
And I think I emailed everybody their, then I have a copy for you.
I haven't done that, okay.
Of what, from the city, what the covenants, or what the code laws are.
Is there a designation on how big the sign should be?
Can't be larger than 2 feet by 2 feet.
4 square feet.
4 square feet
4
per
square
side.
feet on a it's considered a non-commercial vehicle, which a pickup truck is not commercial, and minivans are not commercial.
May I say
That's how the
something?
city does.
Okay, the problem I have is, if I may quote from the covenants, which you sent me a couple months ago, so I presume it's the most up-to-date version. Page 17, section 3, 4.3G, clearly states, no sign of any kind shall be created, permitted to remain on or displayed to public view, on or from any lot, except an approved sign giving the name of the occupant of the residence located on said lot, or an approved sign advertising the premises for sale or rent. It does not say it refers only to a yard sign. It says no sign of any kind.
That has been amended through previous boards.
Well, this
So
is
that's-
If you just gave him the
this is you just gave me
Okay,
this.
we need to, the bylaws need to be rewritten.
That's clear.
That's the part that, because there's a whole lot,
Evidently.
and again, it comes back to the money part of it.
The
And
board
it-
has taken actions and the bylaws were not updated at that
So
time.
I don't have the most recent version.
well,
They've not been
it's
updated
in,
since
not
the
being
board took
updated.
the action several years ago.
I've got a 2-drawer file cabinet full of previous board things that Dee gave to me.
Well, then, may I ask you something? How is a homeowner supposed to know what the current covenants
Well,
are?
I think that's a very
before
fair
you're
question.
doing things, then we will find that answer.
Because
I
in
think
what
it's a
you
very
gave
fair
me,
question.
in what you gave me,
I'm sorry, I was
Sorry.
going to say
Go
something.
ahead.
You just indicated that you went to 1, 2, 3, 4 new residents
And that's what they
families and gave them the
That's what we're
covenants
being
done.
governed by.
But they're not up to date.
But
Then what's the efficacy of that? I mean, it's like it's like setting a trap, and I don't want to come here on my, the week that I'm down here to come to these meetings, which I find interesting, and I get to meet with people who I haven't met before, and we may know my parents and stuff, but I find it frustrating to find out that we're involved in litigation against the homeowner, rightly or wrongly, and everyone has his or her opinion, that there's a huge cost involved, and maybe what you need to do is spend the time and the money and have the right counsel sit with you and make sure that your bylaws are current. My parents bought that home, it's over 10 years ago. The Trains and the McNamara's who built these properties, these are 20-year-old homes. Your bylaws are out of date. They're not with the times. And you are spending an awful lot of time and your money, my money, on things that I think you probably would be a lot less frustrated, and it would be a lot easier for us to convince a potential gentleman who wants to move into my neighborhood to be here.
may I say something real quick now? In the copy you gave me, as I started to say earlier, as far as licensed contractors, it says the use of licensed contractors is encouraged. It's not mandated. I don't think you could mandate it.
Well, you could mandate it if the product had asbestos or any other type of harmful agent in it that might be detrimental to all of our health.
I know where you're going with this, Tony. And if you would have just done the procedure and let us investigate it first before you started applying it, we would have handled this.
I don't want to rehash everything.
I think that's a conversation for a different time.
Yeah.
I think
Right.
the point is that the bylaws, you just admitted like within the last week, now we have all these new homeowners, but what is the time frame that you can come back and tell the rest of the homeowners or potential homeowners
Well, this is,
that they're current?
what we haven't been able to do is find,
Right, stop.
as to where are we going, who's going to do it, and how much money is it cost? Because everybody has been trying to keep, all the boards have been trying to keep the cost down. Because of, for whatever, it's just keeping the cost down. We've reached a point where we can't do that any
Clearly.
longer.
I mean, 2 years ago, we were talking about no rentals, and we saw where that
Right.
went. And there were all sorts of process problems there as well.
Right,
Where, like,
again,
we're not-
see,
I'm
so
sorry.
that-
Why, all right, stop. Okay, this
He's
is
not
the
bothering us.
playground. We can come French payment, but, I mean, I think, I get it, what I'm hearing is there's an answer for everything, but we've not made any progress. So what can we do as a community to help us move forward?
Well, we've gone to, it's been a couple of years ago that we went to a meeting, a seminar with HOA for doing that.
Yeah.
And it's just, we haven't found the right person
But, okay,
to
so
do it, but
you
and this is how much, okay.
If I can, I just want to make a point that you can't put this on the back burner when you have all sorts of transactions going on. We have homes that are going into foreclosures that we want we want people in there. We want to keep this a thriving, vibrant neighborhood that when you drive by, you say, hey, I want to come and look in this area. This sends a very bad message. A very bad message. It is not something that, I just want you to know someone who's not here all the time, like who wants to be here and is trying to get down here full time, that I find it objectionable to hear that, well, we've gone to seminars and we're trying, but we can't find the right person.
Well,
I asked you about the council, we can't find the right person. Find the right person, make the decision. If you want somebody to help, come and knock on my door or call me, I will give you my email, I will volunteer. I want this taken care of.
This
It's
is
a
something
mandate.
that what we run into is we have people that will volunteer to do some things, but we don't have a lot of volunteers. And then if anybody that, we have a few people that will do things like that, oh, well, they're running the show, is the feedback that we get. So that's where we haven't found the right person.
But the
yet
answer,
because it has to
then
be
the
for
problem
this.
is, and I want you to hear what I'm
We need
hearing
you
as somebody who's not
activated.
here. Fine, but the reality is, what I'm hearing is that when a homeowner does something that the rest of the crowd doesn't like, then we get into litigation. That does not work. When we went to have rentals, there was an issue there, we have to get lawyers.
Right.
The wall wasn't working, we got lawyers. Why does it have to be litigious? This is not a litigious environment, it should not
Because
be.
we have people that feel that it has to go that way.
I don't think that has to be the case. If you guys sat down and took care of the bylaws, which we all agreed to when we moved in here.
Well, this
And what
is-
you're admitting to is that the board has
Okay,
finally
with our annual
rules.
meeting,
I apologize for losing my patience,
Yeah.
but it's the same
No,
meeting that I
this
came
is
to
with
2.5 years
the
ago.
annual- I'm sorry. What did we have? 26 or 32 people.
Just barely.
And the
We only
rest-
had a quorum, nobody wanted to stand.
Yeah, I put my ballot in, I voted, and I came.
We
and
look
I
forward to
voted.
seeing you in January.
I'll be here. I'll make it a point, a
And
point.
see, we're getting more paper ballots than we are people. So who are you going to discuss it with? Because the conversation doesn't go anyplace.
I think from what I've listened, and I'm fairly new, 3 years here, that I find that there's more discord because people are not informed what's going on, and they hear this lawsuit and that lawsuit and this, and it's not very nice. I thought I could walk into a friendly neighborhood, and people, it hasn't turned out that way.
But this,
I want to make